Closer. All right, 1, 2, 3. There you go.
I always throw the horns.
There you go. Okay.
At the Kong.
Yeah, look at
All night. Dude.
Yeah, it was in my head.
All night. That was in my head and
Jumps.
It's
The endless barrel jumps.
Hi, Liz.
Oh man, it was crazy.
All right, so I'm at the Kongoff at Richie Knucklez arcade right now, talking to the man himself, Richie Knucklez. When did you start this arcade?
Approximately 4.5, 5 years ago.
4.5 ago?
Well, we opened for business about approximately 5 years ago. We've been doing this for years and years and years. But just recently, within the last 5 years, we opened this store for a showroom, and it's been wonderful.
What made you want to open an arcade that focused on the older games rather than any new games?
The only thing I would ever do is the old games. We don't even own a new console.
Yeah, what's the youngest machine in here? Is it the Terminator one? That looks...
Yeah, probably Terminator is the youngest
that's
machine.
the
I
one
would say
right
so.
All right, cool. How many of these old cabinets did you have to refurbish, or were they like...
For the Donkey Kongs? Or in general?
I was going to ask for both, so let's start with the Donkey Kongs.
The Donkey Kongs
Are those all yours, or...?
are all mine except one. There's one machine. One of them was borrowed off a friend, Steve Wagner. The only reason we borrowed one is it was originally top 10. Okay? Top 10 players. Guy Kyle Gowert comes up a week ago and puts up 980,000 points. How can you not invite him? So I actually my son is the one who did the research. Contacted him, said if my dad says yes, this is without me knowing, if my dad says yes, do you want to come to the Kongoff? The guy's like, hell yeah. So a friend of mine, Steve Wagner, who is the Berserk world record holder, called me up and says, I have a beautiful Donkey, and it is beautiful. Said, I have a beautiful Donkey Kong at home. All it needs is side art. If you buy me a set of side art and restore my machine, it's yours. And so he brought it in. If you notice, you can't even tell the difference.
No.
It didn't have any side art. I changed the marquee, threw some side art on it. We cleaned it up, fixed the monitor. The monitor needed to be recapped, and in the lineup it went.
So you're big into like fixing up old cabinets.
That's what I love. I like fixing up the games more than I like playing them. Ask my wife. If I have a day off, I want to go to the garage and I want to tinker. I just want to get in there and I want to...
What is it you have to fix usually on? Is it more cosmetic, or is it like technical rewiring
all
boards?
From soup to nuts. I like it all. I own a printer that is a 42-inch AutoCAD plotter. I used to be in a band, and
Knuckle Sandwich?
Knuckle Sandwich. We were low budget at first. I had my own record company called Punch Records, and we were low budget, so I had to teach myself graphic design, flyers, album art, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I'm actually, Brent, I'm pretty good, right?
Really good at Illustrator.
Pretty good at Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, all vector art, and
you made the Kongoff marquees.
I made the Kongoff marquees.
All those things on the top.
I made them.
Yep.
I made them. I
And
designed them. The
and
sign
the
above
banner.
my building.
Yep.
I designed that, the banner. I designed all that. It's all my graphic design. In fact, you'll like this one, Punch Out, the video game Punch Out. If you buy on the internet, reproduction Punch Out side art from the professionals, silk screened. I'm the one who drew that. I drew the Punch Out side art.
Oh, really?
Anywhere you get it on the internet, there's no one else selling it, but mainly quarterarcade.com. I drew that, and he commissioned me to be the vector design. Check out the T-shirt on this guy.
Got this one.
I designed that
and
as
that
well.
One. And that one as well.
I have, and this one too. I have the highest pole position. I have the highest pole position score in the last 26 years. I'm only 1 second behind beating the world record.
I was going to ask you if you held any other
records.
I
am. Billy Mitchell put out 10 grand for whoever could beat the world record from 1983 on pole position, and I'm 1 second behind him. I'm almost there.
Almost there. What was the first cabinet that you found that was old and decrepit and you had to fix up?
I was 19 years old. I'm 42. So at 19, I bought a punch-out machine. That's why. This shirt is actually at least 10 years old.
Really?
See how nice it is? Nice
Yeah.
shape. She does great laundry, right?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I wore the same shirt yesterday. I've had it for 10 years. The thing holds up.
Why is it important to keep retro gaming alive? What does it represent?
You know, I don't really know if it's important to other people, but it's very important to me. Okay. I feel that when we were kids, I don't know if you saw the group photo with all of the competitors. I pulled my childhood friend in. His name's Paul. I've known him since actually first grade. It's a joke. I say kindergarten, he says first grade. He and I would go to the arcades and we just own. You know,
so
we'd
like
walk.
A social thing.
Yeah, well, we'd walk in and we were the best at our arcade. Yeah. If you walked into an arcade, had a crowd around me, 30, 40 people watching me play, just because whatever I do, I'm good at.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it, I'm cocky. Whatever I do, I'm good at. I was the best in my arcade. So was he. We were the best 2 players in our arcade.
Good at Photoshop.
Good at and good at restoring
Illustrator.
the games. Illustrator.
He's actually horrible at Photoshop.
Yeah, Photoshop.
You would think he would be easier. Photoshop's easier. He's better at the harder program.
And if you notice, there are very rare Nintendo games in there. Did you see the Versus Slalom kit?
Oh yeah.
It is the first. It is the first. You know how you got the Wii balance board?
Yeah.
Because we do. I lied. We have the Wii Fit at home because my wife and I are trying to stay fit and stay healthy. So we have the Wii balance board, which I never play. But
it's the same idea.
Yeah, same as the slalom thing. If you notice that is one of the first interactive games that actually has skis, and it was in 1983 by Nintendo. So I brought in a piece of history.
Yeah, definitely. You said that sometimes you don't like the image of like the lonely gamer in his parents' basement.
In his tighty whities, eating Cheetos.
And you kind of want to like dispel that image?
Well, that isn't what I want. I don't want to dispel an image. That's just not what I want to portray.
Yeah.
What we're doing here is something totally different. We're trying to give a whole different feel on video games. Social. Everyone is friends.
Competitive is very positive.
But positive competitive, not competitive. I'm going to get you like WWF style and jump over and and drop an elbow on your competitor. We want everybody to be friends afterwards, shake hands, and have a lot of fun with it. One of the main things we're trying to do here is get everybody together and on the same page because there's a lot of players in this industry. Video games are one of the big things. They're bigger than movies.
Yeah.
Do the history. It's bigger than movies. There's a huge chunk. And really, I saw The King of Kong, and I said, nobody can see this? That if you get Twin Galaxies to get their act together, if you get this Hall of Fame thing off the ground and get their act together, if you get friends with the guys from Fun Spot, which we are, we're very close with the arcade Fun Spot, get all the arcades to work together, to do events, and keep track of it on the internet. Our friend Dave Hernley came up with a brilliant piece of software that will connect everyone. So if there's a contest going on here in New Jersey, and there's a contest going on in New Hampshire, through the internet, we don't have to be in New Hampshire. Our guys can compete against their guys via the internet, and you won't skip a beat.
Is that Justin TV?
No. Ourcade. AURCADE.com.
Okay.
And I have an interest in the company, and it is going to revolutionize the way we do contests.
So as far as the Kongoff, how long have you been planning it?
I've had this idea for at least 2 years.
Was it hard to get all the players together?
Oh, it was impossible. Our family life definitely suffered from it because of how much time I tried to put into it. Thank God that, we're still smiling and, we're still here. But one day I'm going to write a book. Walter Day called me from India this morning. And this is no joke. Walter Day called me from India this morning, and I sat over there underneath, hanging from the basketball thing, while he gave me a pep talk, saying, Richie, I was here 30 years ago, where you're at, and you're carrying on the torch. And he gave me a little pep talk. Get in there with your game face and friggin' kill it. For me. Walter Day from India, asking me to kill it for him. Come on, carry on the torch. You're my guy. He actually said, Billy Mitchell may be the most famous video game player on earth. He said, you are the most important person in the video gaming world right now. This is Walter Day's own words.
Yeah.
Said that to me. So he got me, nice
pumped.
Little
pep talk.
Got a nice little pep talk from India.
Yeah.
From India.
Why do you think it's important to have these DK rivals play face to face rather than like in their own basement? Do you think it's
well, there's two different things. One thing is, the true best player that can do it on command. That can do it with distraction, with people around you.
And serious radio people putting a mic in their face.
I honestly feel Hank Chen is the best. He's my hometown hero. He's our Joe DiMaggio. He's our Babe Ruth. But everyone else here is amazing as well. Steve Wiebe had a great game going, and these jerk-offs got to jump on his back and try to mess with him. And
he had 3 reserves.
Yeah. Last night was chaos. I'm also a little embarrassed about how last night went down, but I'm only one person trying to do my best.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to do it, and I think everybody, I hope no one's mad at me, but, everything that I was trying to achieve with bringing everybody together, it seemed for a minute they were trying to unravel, but I think by the end of the night, everything worked out.
Do you still have plans for a pilot that you were going to try to put
Absolutely.
together?
There are people here from MTV. There are people here, and I'm not going to. I get yelled at for dropping names all the time. I'm not going to drop any names, but yes, there are people here, very popular, famous people from all the biggest stations. We're going to try to do a TV series. American Pickers meets Pawn Stars, meets American Restorations, meets American Choppers, the guys
You're
that
going to be fixing up old arcades?
Fixing up old, and it's all going to be based on arcade games and competitions like this. I will be the host. Billy Mitchell will be He's my right hand man. He and I are starting a chain of arcades together. Called, of course, that's why we're trying to brand KOK.
KOK. Is one of them in an airport right now?
One of them is in Orlando Airport. It's called the King of Kong Arcade. We also have a website called the Kings of Capitalism.
With a K.
With a K, but for right now, because I didn't, you know what, it was in its infant stages. If you want to check out and buy some merchandise, it's the Kings of Capitalism, but with a C, so it's the KINGSOFC Capitalism.
Okay.
All the way.com.
But
it will be. We'll have both. It'll be KOK as well. We're gonna hurry up before this interview goes out.
I'm
go
just
buy
thinking
it.
to myself, I
We're
don't
gonna
have
go buy
that
it.
domain
We're gonna go
name.
buy it in a few minutes.
Yeah, you should.
Honey, go buy it.
Yeah, seriously, I'm gonna go get
What's
it right
Pew
now. Yeah.
If our readers want to connect with Richie Knucklez, what's the best way to do that? Do you have a team of players or forums?
Yeah, there's two ways. You go to RichieKnucklez.com, which is spelled with a Z. RICHIE, no T. Yeah, that's one of my pet peeves. No T with a Z. RICHIEKNUCKLEZ as in zebra.com. My email is simple, richie@richieknuckles.com. You can watch our web show. We have a web show every Friday night, which is on Justin TV, which is simple, justin.tv/Richie Knucklez with a Z. We broadcast every single Friday. I think we had 21,000 views and at least 266 people at yesterday chatting. At least participating, like signed in, not just watching and lurking, but signed in, communicating and talking. So every second, 5 posts were jumping. It just kept popping. It was too much to even handle.
It went up to 35,000 by this morning.
It went up to 35,000 by this morning.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to let our readers know? Anything upcoming? Or?
Yes. This isn't the last, even though this is going to be very hard to top. No doubt. It's going to be hard to top this one. But we are going to be introducing a series of contests every year. The next one, and this is a scoop, we haven't told anyone yet, the next one's Pac-Man.
Oh, awesome. The Pac-Man off?
It's going to be the Pack-Off.
The Pack-Off. Right.
And everybody could joke about the Pack-Off. But, hey, you know what? It's going to make people laugh. It's going to bring people in.
Do you know when that's coming?
I'm not going to say anything else than
the Pack-Off's coming.
The Pack-Off coming to you. We'll see you in a year.
Or two.
Or two. I need to go on vacation after this.
All right. Well, I think that's all we.
All right. I hope I did a good interview for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm having a blast.
Awesome.
I'm gonna give my thumb a rest now. Too. Live tweeting.
I liked on Hank's movie. He said that he got 1,000,000 points, and a girl goes, "Oh my God, your thumbs must be tired."
Yeah.
Nice.
Playing Donkey Kong, my thumbs, because she's thinking this.
Yeah, she's thinking NES or something.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
That was great.
Saw that premiere.
Yeah, we're gonna probably play it again tonight during the auction.
At the Kong off.
The Kong off.
I'll send you an email when it goes live too on the site. It'll
Cool.
probably be later in the week.
Cool.
Let us know anything else. I'd love to.
Yeah.
That
would be a good interview to post on the web.
Yeah.
Because I thought that went really well.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Now,
He's a good interviewer. You are.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Probably my favorite yet.
Is it gonna go print too or no?
It's going to go on print. That's
it. Because
okay.
he didn't videotape it, right? You didn't videotape it, right?
No, I just had my
just
audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you
want,
want,
if you want us to
want
give
a
you
copy,
the video too.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll share.
We'll put it up on our YouTube.
Awesome. We share.
Have some
Sweet,
followers
sweet.
on there, so
Okay.
get the word out.
Honey, do you have a card you can give to him?
I don't have in my pocket.
Okay,
I'm sticking around.
Okay,
So.
just make sure you get a card so we keep in touch.
Awesome.
I'm gonna give you scoops on everything. I like you.
All right, man. Awesome.
It's all. It's for me, ask her. It's all about energies and how people mix.
Yeah.
Definitely my favorite so far.
I like that jab to the West Coast people. So you gotta
Nice.
every once in a while.